When I first got into anime, I was told one thing. Dubs are trash, burn them to ash, save your cash. I was skeptical of this notion, so I checked online and found this video.
Hey, Minase, let me look at it.
No.
Why? Because your drawing sucks, right?
That's not true, you asshole. It's just that I haven't finished.
Okay, understood. Sorry for doubting you. This flat, awkward delivery that sounds like it's at gunpoint was a far cry from the English voice acting I was used to, even from the cartoons I watched when I was a kid. Needless to say, I stuck with an anti-dub mentality for a while. But you can only dismiss an entire medium with decades of history for so long before you realize how closed-minded that is. So I watched stuff people actually recommended. I rewatched some of my favorite shows dubbed, and now I've been fully converted to Team Dub. But I know I'm not going to convince a diehard reading enjoyer to give their eyes a break every now and again by saying, go watch the good ones and just leaving it at that. So here's my definitive, go watch dubs, you stupid bitch, video. Hi there, I'm Mr. Ad, here to hijack this video, and did that guy just call you the B word? What a douchebag. This video is sponsored by Mecha Japan. Behold, an online store that sells over 30,000 high-quality products straight from Japan. They got worldwide shipping, they got rare items exclusive to their store. And if you like my videos, I know you'll find something you like here, as they have products from basically every franchise I've ever talked about on this channel. Friends, Christmas is on the horizon, which means if we don't get our loved ones presents, we will not get to see their surprised and smiling faces. And that is a fate that is worse than death. So for the next 2 weeks, my discount code through the link in the description will get you $10 off any order exceeding $100, you know, for if you want to get all of your shopping done in one place. That's what I like to do, of course, only if the people that I'm buying for want stuff from that store, you know? I want to get my dad a Bocchi the Rock trading card game booster box, although that would be extremely funny. So remember, discount code, link in the description. Thank you, Mecha Japan. Their social media pages are also in the description. I know that they do giveaways a lot, and no, I can't swear in this, can I? I'm Mr. Ad. Goodbye. Let's start by taking a look at the clip I just used. On the surface, a dub like this has no value. If anything, it has a negative value. Not every dub is worth your time, but if your actors sound like this is their first time speaking, you might have just accidentally turned your garbage into gold. If terrible acting tickles your funny bone, I will say that in my experience, 18+ content sounds the best when it's read like a Winnie the Pooh audiobook.
You can tell me anything.
Well, I want you to put it in my ass.
There's a treasure trove of clips on YouTube just waiting for you. It's a great rabbit hole to fall down if you're looking for a laugh. But I know, you clicked on this video hoping to see dubs that are actually better than their subbed counterparts. Sticking with comedy, I think that dubbing brings a monumental increase of quality to the genre. Not all the time, but there are plenty of examples, especially if your show is raunchy and has great directing. Go store it now. Shimoneta is a show about a dystopian Japan where everything lewd is outlawed. Fun premise, but when I first watched it with my friends, it couldn't even get an exhale out of us. The truth of the matter is, hearing obscenities in a language that you don't speak just doesn't have the same punch to it that hearing it in your native one does. Like, check this out.
Cock freedom forever! Pussy freedom forever! Asshole freedom forever! Freedom to all dirty thoughts living in the minds of man!
There's a certain confidence you have to bring to the line deliveries of a show like this. Jesse James Grell, Jamie Marchi, Monica Rial, David Wald. You can tell all of them came into the studio, read lines like, "I've worn these panties for so long, I've not only forgotten their original owner, their scent has gone from a pleasant musk to that of a bucket of rotting oysters," and said, "Hell yeah, dog. I've been waiting to say that my entire life."
Excuse me, ma'am. I'm the deviant who grazed your bum area. Come on, let's tell the police.
The amount of fun they're having with this stupid script is so infectious. Listen to how this guy turns tricky mouth flap matching into a hilarious line delivery.
Hello, students!
Oh my god, it's blue snow.
No, don't be scared.
So if you have 6-year-old humor like me, can tolerate how depraved it can get, and hate fascism, give it a watch.
Those fascists are experts at locating porn.
Golden Boy is another great example where shameless perversion is elevated into comedy gold because Doug Smith portrays its lead like he's a Looney Tunes character. And if you think shoehorning this show into my script like this is awkward, you clearly haven't seen how great it is yet.
Oh, yes! My queen! I love you! Oh, my queen! Oh, you're so naughty!
When dub watchers get interrogated by sub-onlys about why they would ever dare stray from the path of righteous men, they usually counter with this: I don't want to read subtitles. This is valid to me. One thing you'll notice as you watch more dubs is how relaxed your brain feels compared to when you're reading subs. But unfortunately, this is a skill issue and you need to work for your entertainment or I'll get you. Alright, fine. How about this then? What if not reading subtitles actively made some anime better? Picture this: the rhythmic sounds of swords slashing through the air and clashing, the pacifying, low-energy beats of the late great Nujabes, the sense of peace you're given by the lush and diverse scenery that expertly convey the scope of the journey you have the privilege of participating in. This is Samurai Champloo, and its dub, in your mind, is perfect at setting this chill vibe. You drift away like a feather in air, letting their words take you away from the hurt and despair.
And the dude's so handsome, all the bitches wanna pants him.
Shut the hell up. Samurai Champloo proves that if the vibe is right, that extra bit of relaxation dubs give you will help you melt into the flow of the show exponentially more than you would have otherwise. Don't believe me? Then go watch the whole thing and get back to me, coward. Yes, that is just me trying to trick you into watching a dub, but don't think for a second that you're gonna be blindsided by a bad performance. I didn't pick Champloo for no reason, dude. Kirk Thornton, aka Shadow the fucking Hedgehog, sounds like what getting a hug from your mom feels like. Plus, despite the fact that he's constrained to acting reserved, his performance leaves room for a wide variety of inflections.
To serve your lord and do his bidding, is that honorable?
Of course it is.
Even if that lord is an unimportant piece of shit?
Kari Walgren is exceptional as Fu, and I'm not just saying that because I met her at a convention and she told me my shirt looked nice. She managed to portray a character who can feasibly be both a damsel in distress every other episode, as well as one capable of guiding the narrative all on her own.
Hell, I'll try anything once.
Now hold on. People can get weird when they're sharing one-pot dishes. I think we should lay down some ground rules.
Steve Bloom's Mugen is my favorite role of his, period, which is saying a lot. I love how brash and insensitive he gets to be here. It's a refreshing spin on the gruff and serious roles he's usually typecasted into.
The type of person I'd never want to be friends with in a million years. Of course, once I talked to him, I realized I was absolutely right.
Shut up, you little bitch!
You're shouting at a diary.
But speaking of Steve's previous work, I love recognizing voice actors in other shows they're in. It's always a treat to see Frieren in the Apothecary Diaries, Kyon in Gintama, or Yagami in real life threatening Will Smith with a blowtorch. Becoming a dub fan will allow you to create a whole new mental list of favorites, which to me is really exciting. Now, I've name dropped a few dubs that I think are better than their subbed counterparts and can continue to do so. Please go watch all of these. But if I want to truly put you on the path of appreciating dubs, I need to sell you on this final point. Take a look at this clip.
What an unbelievable aura! This'll be my first big one in a long time!
It's right over here.
Now, as fun as that performance was, I'm sure that many of you, myself included, couldn't silence the voice in your head that was screaming that the sub is better. So the question of the day is, despite that, does this dub still have value to you? If there was a show that I wouldn't dare change a thing about, it's Frieren. But my biggest regret from when I first talked about it, besides not knowing the difference between concealing and suppressing mana, sorry about that, was glazing over the dub because I hadn't seen it in full at the time. So why would I seek out a different version of the show if I think it's perfect as is? Well, the same reason why I wouldn't eat biscuits and gravy for breakfast every morning even though I think it's a perfect food. This is what I like to call the companion dub. It does not seek to replace, only to enhance. For example, watching Frieren dubbed has made me appreciate how far dubbing has come as a medium. Even in stellar older dubs like Samurai Champloo, a good scene can be marred by poor mixing, shoddy script writing, or the dub neglecting to hire passable actors for background characters. You can't judge a book by its cover, but you absolutely can judge a dub for its attention to the little things. If you make it through several episodes without doing a double take on a line read, chances are you're watching top shelf stuff. The only thing off in Frieren to me was there were 3 instances where Sign's voice was too loud in the mix. The rest of it was total bliss. The new voices fit in and worked with the sound effects and music to deliver a fantastic experience. And that right there, that is the key to all of this. What? No, get out of here. The beautiful thing about companion dubs is they give you entirely new things to appreciate and gush about with your favorite shows. And if you aren't convinced, don't worry, I've got more ammo. Localization is such a thankless job nowadays. If you write something cringy or bend the original meaning of the text too much, people who don't even care about preserving the original will bully you off of the internet. But if you write something that makes people laugh, smile, or impresses the hell out of them, well, then you were just doing your job, and that's the bare minimum. This is how people with depression torture themselves. I'm not having any of that. Here's just one great script change I noticed in Frieren's dub. In episode 3, while Frieren is training Fern, she sends a spell through the gap in her magic barrier and tells her that if she does this in a real fight, she'll be killed. She questions how she'll handle the next volley, and once it hits, we see Fern in a little magic bubble where she delivers a blunt and concise retort. Like this. Now that might not be a perfect translation, but it is what the official subs say. And it always sounded kinda awkward to me, especially with the pause between sentences. So what did the dub do? They matched the lip flaps with an equally short line that not only sounds more natural, but also calls back to a previous one.
Right. How will you handle it this time?
With no gaps.
Good.
Damn right it's good. Speaking of good, can we talk about the voices? Okay, well, I'm gonna do it anyways. Mallory Rodack's Frieren is the best thing ever, but I'm guessing that the rest of the internet already told you that. If not, then good. Stay offline. Read a book instead. You know, after you subscribe. She remains the wise and playful elf we know and love, but there's a quality to her voice that I can only describe as captivating. Every other line she says is something worth displaying on the fridge. 11 out of 10.
If we're going to be here for 10 years, we'll need to find some work.
We talked about this. We're staying for a week, remember?
Okay, fine.
Jill Harris's Fern, much like Jean from Champloo, manages to convey so much emotion and charm through a reserved performance. It really shines whenever she's complaining or giving someone sass.
You're supposed to be at the first class mage exam right now.
Thanks for telling me what I'm supposed to do, but the first test is complete.
I initially wasn't in love with Jordan Dash Cruz's Stark, but the more I listened to it, the more it grew on me. His vocal range is perfect for this character as he bounces from calm and deep to high-pitched and insane. Those freak-out moments in particular always make me smile.
You better not drop by!
It was all Mr. Stark's fault.
Yup. Always has been, always will be.
Someone give this boy a hug. It seemed like no matter how many times the number of characters increased, the quality of the dub remained solid. At their worst, performances are serviceable, but you're more likely to find one that catches you off guard with how great it is. I adored Rico Fajadro as Weirble.
I'm ready. Put me out of my misery.
Morgan Berry as Ubel.
Oh yeah, that bird-catching spell you used is actually impressive. What other exciting stuff are you sitting on?
And John Bergmeyer as Graft Granat. There's something so visceral about hearing a rough and stoic voice dressing somebody down. It's like, hell yeah, you tell that guy.
This sword is all that was left of him. You monster!
Companion dubs are the two cakes argument. I don't care how much I love carrot cake. If there's a beautiful red velvet cake right next to it, I'm still gonna try and appreciate both.
Oh, damn.
Dang, that one's a big pile of poop.
I mean, I wouldn't have been able to speak passionately about all these wonderful examples to you if I didn't step out of my sub-only comfort zone every now and again. So now I need you to go out into the world and watch English dubbed anime with pride. If any of the actors I mentioned today sound interesting, look up other shows they've been in. See if the shows you love have a dub that people enjoy, and build that new repertoire of favorite shows and actors. Dubs might not be everyone's cup of tea, but I'm down to indulge. At the very least, they make me believe that even a grubby little English speaker like me can one day be just like Frieren. This bit cost $40. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Silent Secondary and the rest of my wonderful patrons. And I wasn't kidding, it's time for you to go and watch a dub now, or else I will cast Zoltrak and shoot off your PP.